I've been a mortgage broker helping first-time buyers since 2003. In this video, I give my 7 top tips to first-time buyers that I have picked up over this time. Let's get into the vid. Tip 1. Understand what housing market we are in. Is it a seller's market, is it a buyer's market, or is it a balanced market? This will determine how you approach placing an offer on a property. I recently done a video, the complete first-time buyer's guide to buying your first home, which goes deep into these market types and how to approach each offer. I'm not going to go that deep, but it is worth understanding the basics of each market. I will hook the complete first-time buyer's guide to buying your first home up at the end of the video. A seller's market. This is where the amount of buyers exceed the amount of properties available. Therefore, the seller is in control as they have so many buyers fighting for one property, which means the seller will likely get the asking price or maybe even more. You'll be fighting against other buyers. This market is the most difficult market to operate in, especially as a first-time buyer. By offering over the asking price, you will risk what is known as a down valuation, where the property is valued at a price below the price your offer was agreed at. I will touch more on this tip in number 2. A buyer's market is of course the complete opposite to a seller's market, where the amount of properties available outweighs the amount of buyers available. Therefore, the buyer is in control as they have plenty of choice and will find it much easier to obtain a deal below the asking price of the property. My main tip in a buyer's market is do not offer your maximum as the first offer. Maybe go up in increments, have 3 or 4 stages. Have the third stage as your third and final offer so the agent knows you cannot go up anymore. If you start your first offer near to your highest offer, you will have no room to manoeuvre. A balanced market. This is where the demand of properties from buyers equals the supply of properties from sellers. Competition will be fair and you should be able to achieve a discount, but not as much as you would in a buyer's market. Tip number 2 is in regards to down valuations. This is when a property is down valued. When this happens, what do you do next? When you are in a seller's market, the risk of a down valuation is much higher because you may need to offer over the asking price in order to put in the best bid. A down valuation can also happen in any market type. So what do you do? First of all, if you are offering over the asking price, let's say a property is for sale at $250,000 and you are offering $260,000, then there is a chance that the property could be downvalued, especially if the lender sees the property was on the market for $250,000. I would say in this instance you need to make sure you have the extra funds available should the property be downvalued, or you may need to choose a product with a higher rate. For example, if you are putting 10% down and obtaining a 90% loan to value mortgage and the property is downvalued, you may need to choose a 95% loan to value mortgage as the down valuation will eat into your 10% deposit. What other options do you have? Maybe the property was priced incorrectly to start with. Maybe you weren't offering the asking price. Maybe you weren't offering over the asking price. In this instance, you can go back to the agent or vendor, which means seller, and ask for a reduced purchase price to reflect what the property was downvalued to. The seller will usually either accept the down valuation price or may choose to remarket the property in the hope that the next mortgage lender's valuer will not downvalue the property. If they do choose this option, then it might be worth considering submitting a mortgage with another mortgage lender so you do not lose the property. If that is then downvalued again, you will be in an even stronger position to renegotiate a lower price. It is worth noting that most high street lenders do offer free basic valuations, so to do a mortgage application should not cost you any more funds. There is a chance the property was downvalued because of some type of problem with the property. Common problems include dampness and mould that's been spotted on the walls, Japanese knotweed in the garden, a problem with the structure or the roof. In this instance, you may find that the valuer requests a specialist report which will provide the severity of the problem and if any further maintenance needs completing before they issue a mortgage offer. Again, in this situation, you can look at renegotiating a lower price. If the seller is not willing to budge, then it may be worth moving on and looking for other options. Tip number 3 is to be aware that mortgage lenders check different credit agencies when assessing your mortgage at the agreement in principle stage. You must know what all of your credit agency files look like across Experian, Equifax and Transunion. These are the 3 agencies that the mortgage lenders will use to assess your credit. If you want to save money and time, I would recommend obtaining a multi-agency credit file which has all 3 credit agencies on one file rather than downloading them all individually, which will be a time-consuming task. Checkmyfile is the only multi-agency credit file out there. You can download the file for free and cancel at any time within the first 30 days. It's £14.99 per month thereafter. When looking at your file, ignore the actual score. This does not have any effect with mortgage lenders. What you want to concentrate is your credit history and credit conduct. As long as you do not have any missed payments, defaults, CCJs, IVAs and bankruptcies, then you should be able to obtain a mortgage with most high street lenders. Just be sure to check that you are on the voters roll across all of the credit agencies, as mortgage lenders rely on this record to pulling your address history in for the credit score. If you find any errors or missing data or missing voters roll information, I've left the links to the credit agencies below so you can contact them direct and request any updates. Tip number 4, having the correct mortgage documents in place from the outset before you start looking for properties is really key. Mortgage lenders will not lend to you unless you have all of the correct documents. You will need your ID, address verification, proof of income, which includes 3 months worth of payslips and P60s if available, salary credited bank statements for 3 months and proof of deposit. You can download our brand new first time buyer pack, which has all sorts of first time buyer documents, which includes a free documents download checklist. The link is in the description below as first time buyer pack. Get it downloaded. Tip number 6, be on your toes in the property market. You will need to be fast. So I would suggest registering with all the property portals and set up alerts for when new properties become available. When they do, jump all over it, get that viewing booked ASAP. But make sure you are mortgage ready first. That means you know how much you can afford and you have an agreement in principle certificate in place before placing an offer. Tip number 7, once you have had an offer accepted, be ready to provide your estate agents with solicitors' details immediately. As soon as you do this, the estate agent will remove the property from the market, which is what you want as soon as possible. So make sure once you have got your agreement in principle, the next step is to get a solicitor's quote in preparation. My advice is not to go for the cheapest out there, as that can cost you more in the long run. Head over to mortgagechain.co.uk and select quote, then solicitor quote. You will see the instructions. You can request solicitor quotes from all the top and most regularly used solicitors for first time buyers. You will be able to add your own mortgage lender when you obtain the quote to make sure that the solicitors you choose are on the panel of your mortgage lender. It is a very common mistake to instruct a solicitor and then later find out they are not on the panel of your mortgage lender. Using our solicitor portal is free and will make sure you are paired with the correct solicitor. Today's question, I would love to know how you are finding the property market at the moment. Please do let me know. Mortgage warning. Please note we do need to let you know that your home may be repossessed if you do not keep up repayments on your mortgage. So thanks for watching today's video. I hope it has provided you with some useful tips. Please check out the show notes below for a recap with access to any links discussed today. Please do consider subscribing and ringing the bell to receive notifications on our latest videos. I've been Alex Kerr, providing the best tools and tips to first time buyers. I'll see you in the next one.